Excuse me. Am I ready? I'm very sore tonight. I have to remember, I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not 20. I'm not 20. I'm not 20. So what I want to begin with is I want to continue with these cycles of Pluto. I definitely need to run with 26 of these. 26 of these. But the reality is, okay, the reality is although Rubik's Cube is 26, we have to remember that this center dot has one here, and then one in the center, and then one in the bottom. That's 3. Then it has one on this side is 4, and one on this side is 5, one on this side is 6, and one on that side is 7. So there are 7. There are 7 cubes. Okay, 7 cubes. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where it is, I'm just going to see the 3 cubes, and then we're going to have 2 cubes, and then I'm going to have a cube here and a cube here. So I'm going to just show you right here. So I'm going to have where is it? I'm going to have this cube at the top. Then the cube that's in the center is 2, and then the cube on the bottom. Then this side and that side. So I'm going to have, let's go B, E, H, and then I'm going to have D and F. We have to remember that D, E, F, very important, because the difference between D, E, F is C, B, A. The inversal of this is this, Federation Death of 11, 9/11. There are so many connections to 9/11. It's so strong, the energy to see. I go on and I disconnect. So we have 7. There are a total of 27, but I like to use that there are 26 and the center. The 27th is the center to all. And on this dice cube, 27 is right here. It's the beta gates, B and G. There are 2 numbers that go together, and it is these 2 numbers. Their star system math is 14 and 9 and 15 and 8. Why I say it is because 8 and 9 is created from 18, which is created from 99. 99, or you want to go to the diamond card. 99, why can I explain 99? 99 is the face, one facing the other. Is that 99? What's another way to look at 99 besides the word 13? Jupiter, bar mitzvah. This over here Beta gates, V for life, the 22nd letter, breaking out. Give me a second to catch my breath a little bit. Lots of energy tonight, lots of energy. Lots of things to do, but I only can do one thing at a time. I want to concentrate to show how many cycles we need. First of all, for our first vibration, 4, 3, and 2. Just give me a second. Our first vibration. I want to know, would you agree, disagree, or think about it? Agree, disagree, or think about it. If it hasn't been done, if it exists, and a great majority of the world has seen it, it has a diploma, it's an equation, it's a story, it's a building. On what street? It's a word. I create form, I create the cobwebs that connects one to the other. Let me look this up. Tefillin. No, I didn't get the word. Well, first of all, if you ever hear of the word tefillin, right, it's a Hebrew word. Well, tefillin is that. When I hear it in my mind, what my tongue does to say the word tefillin, my tongue is twisting. So if God said he put it in the word, he put it right into the letters. Now, I want to hear you say it. I heard you say it. I re-say it. I say it the way I heard it. And I like the way I'm saying it. Tefillin. Fringe majority, fringe minority. So when you go fringe minority, you have to know the fringe is also on the talit, right? The talus. Fringe. Now, when you say fringe, you're talking about the fringe that has the four corners. Wear it around your neck, right? What just happened? Why did that pop out? It always seems to do that, right? So I'm just going to go back to my regular streaming. Oh, that's RAM. So, yeah, I lost where I was. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to look up. That's what I was looking up. I put tefillin, Hebrew, villain, Hebrew Sabbath. Let me see what it shows here. Sabbath. Images. Let me see. Well, you know what's funny? Because they have Black Sabbath. And I got to write that word. S-A-B-A-T-H. ATH 28, 21, 19, and 1. So they have the cycle in the cube. Okay, they have 1/3 the cycle in the cube. 1/3 the cycle of the cube is 1, 4, and 7. Let me explain this. Okay, the cycle of the moon. The cycle of the moon, and we're not going to go to, was it 27.3, which is 91 times 3, but is always noted to be set as 28. 3 suits, 1 through 13, 1 through 13, 1 through 13 equals to, although you see 14, right? The 1 through 13 added all together equals to 91, 91, 91, 273. This is your 28-day cycle. And by the way, this becomes, it moves into this position over here, 1 plus 9 equals to 10 and 3, 13. And then you can reduce it again, but we're not going to get into that right now. I just want to keep it to the short cycle. So where was I? Yes. So here is the one cycle. That one cycle, you need 1 cube and 1/3 of a cube. So what you're going to do is you're going to go 7 and 14, or 14 and 7, because you did not achieve, but you have finished your first cube. Either or. In the second cube, regardless of what you want, you must go with 7 and 7. So here are your 2 different equations. You can do what you want in the first part of the cycle, but in the next part you cannot, because you've reached your first cycle of the moon and you've used up one hole, which is 3 of 3, and then you took up 1 pole, which is 1 of 3, okay, out of this, 1/3. Here, 14, and 14, okay, is going to be 2/3 and 2/3. Here's your equations. Now, when you get into the next cubes, okay, you had 14 finished extra. You must follow suit with 14, because here's where number 56 comes up. Moon 1, Moon 2. This is your stand cycle. It is your stand cycle because of what they say in first and in second. And that is ST and ND with the first A. So that is stand. So when you stand on 17, 44, 65, but there's more to it than that. When you stand on 17, you're also standing on 10, 7, 39, and 65. 104, communication. 95, Neptune. EI. Remember E and I. We live in the house between E and I, between 5 and 9. We live in the house between 5 and 9. So where do we live? 6, 7, and 8. So it's 6, 7, and 8, right? Between 5 and 9. And the cross angle, okay, the cross angle is 6 and 8. So the cross angle is 6 and 8 over here. So you see the 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals 6 and 8. And that is the passing through the 7th gate. It's just that simple. And this is EI. And what EI is when you go around the clock, right? You cannot come to 12 o'clock because this house is in thirds. So 12 o'clock is in the middle of an area. And the only way to pass here is to zigzag this way. That's where the R comes in. You can't go any other way. So we don't actually come into 12 o'clock exactly, because then we would be in 12 o'clock is part of an area. And I'm not really sure if I can use it like this, where it's 4 times 15 or 8 times 7.5 or 16 times 3.75. I think we'd be having to run it like that. So instead of it being 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock should start 345. 12 o'clock should start at the 345 and 15 degree mark, or 1/3 of whatever this area is over here. What is that area over here? I have to think about it. 8. 8 times what? 8 times 6, 8 times 8, 8 times 7.5. 8 times 7.5. So there's one here and one here. So when it becomes the 51.5 mark on this side, plus 7.5, do I get that right? 52, sorry. 52.5, and this will create 60. You see, it's 7.5 and 7.4. The reason we don't go 60, because we don't want to come back into the center. You have to stop before you get into the center. When you join, when you pass the stick, you join hands together to pass the stick. So what I want to get into now, so we did this. We have to understand what 17 is. Where do you get 17? 5 times 2 equals to 10. 5 plus 2 equals to 0, 7. Just note that the face of your calculator is 1 and 9, 10, 2 and 8, 10, 4 and 6, 10, 3 and 7, 10, 4 and 6, 8 and 2. This is your star system math, multiplication and addition. Now your greatest distance apart is here. So why shouldn't we hold the calculator on this angle? If I do hold the calculator on this angle, look at the size difference. We're living, I assume we're living right over here. Or we're living on this. This is where I spoke. You see between 6 and 8, this is covered. You see the way 5 and 9 is covered? 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals 6 and 8. So when I take out these numbers, if you take a look, the actuality of what's going on of 1, 5, and 9, it is that the 9 birth, okay, takes place with the one spirit, which is the largest planet, Jupiter. We are the reason for the largest planet, Jupiter. 1, 5, and 9. JASNEWIR. Jasnewier. 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 I'm trying to think. 1445, the Fox Pass. Mars, the spirit of man. 9 times 5 is 45, and 14 is 59 plus 1, EIEIO. Jupiter. When you see tear, it is Earth. Pi divided by 3. 21 and 10. 7 times 3, 7 plus 3 equals 10 equals to 21. The reason for this combination coming together. What is the reverse combination? Kef. 17 and 6. Makes sense. 6 equals to 52, and 52 will equate into 17, which is the spirit through the gate. So let me go back to this piece that I began the other day, and this, just give me a second here. Okay, we get 84 hours, or let me see if I can start this over again, and then I'll come back to this. Okay, we get 21 dots on a cube. We have 24 hours in a day. In 24 days, okay, a chicken will lay 21 eggs. A, B, C, D, E, F equals to 21. In order for my cubes to meet each other, this is the cube and this is the day. Just let me see if I can fix that light a little bit over here. So I need the cube to mix. Now, I didn't count yet that I have 33 voids. So what would be that equation? What would be that equation? See, here it is 11 times 3 equaling to 33, but there are only 6 sides. And over here there are 3 times 7 equals to 21. So here we have 11, which equals to 63, which is fabricated by 7 times 7 equals 49 and 14, in which 7 was created from 13, which was created from 11. One times 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. From 1 we got 3. 1 is on the other side. It's 1/2. 1/2. 1/2. That's where 1 is. It's 1/2. And then we can connect the other half. So we connected 1/2 and then the other half. Now, my question also can come, here's 1/2, and then here is the other half. This was an empty space. Now it's a condensed empty space between here and here. The polarity between here and here. This is part of Union Jack, Nibiru. Just to note, I wish I'd stop losing my pens right on my desk, you know. I'm looking for a pen. I don't like any of these pens. I really need my pen. I really need my pen, my good pen. I need these. This one here. 1.6. Is that the one? Is that it? Let me try that. So anyways, yeah, what happens is the chicken will lay 6 and then it won't lay for 1, and then it'll lay 6 and it won't lay for 1, and then it'll lay 6 and it won't lay for 1. So the cycle of the cube is 18 and 3. That's the cycle of the cube. And Sunday and Friday, that's a week. 19 and 6, 25. The spirit and the rotation of creation. I like to say it's in your vibration through Mars. And the reason for the vibration through Mars, okay, is just, I mean, I know it goes on, but you see what happens if we're talking about the Roman times, right? We talk about the Roman time, number 47, 28, and 33, okay, the half-life. So if we talk about the Roman times, so we're going to have to talk about I must have made a mistake the other day with this. Just hold on a second. Oh, no, I didn't. Right. Okay. So we can all see this, right? Pretty simple. Anybody know Roman numbers? This one is 1,000. This one is 500. D is 500. C is 100. L is 50. X is 10. V is 0.5. And this is an I, but it is valued at 1. It's valued at 1. So when this is a 1, 1 plus 0, 5 plus 0, 1 plus 0, 5 plus 0, 1 plus 0, 5 plus 0, 1 plus 0. 74 energy, 77 matter, 54 sun creates 20 and 9, 29. The total here is 2 and 5. Earth, 20 and 9 equals 2 Ti, matter and energy, time. Where does 74 come from? Where does 77 come from? Time is 47. Christ is 77. 74 is Jesus. Jesus Christ, 151. 51, Mars. Reverse, Heinz, 57. Creation of the letters that will create H. That will create H, the bookends. That will create I. That will create Z and N. Union Jack, docking station. Union Jack. Heinz 57. Venus. I don't like the way the light keeps doing that. It's not fun. It's not fun. This is where the heavens of one, this is where this shows up. Mars. The heavens of Mars, area 51. 1, 5, and 9, the birth through Mars. So what does that birth through Mars give us? Well, between 1 and 5 is 2, 3, and 4. Between 5 and 1 is 4, 3, and 2. Between 1 and 5 is 2, 3, and 4. Between 5 and 1 is 4, 3, and 2. Between 1 and 5 is 2, 3, and 4. Between 5 and 1 is 4, 3, and 2. You see, we end our bookends is I couldn't do anything here, but I had an equation in between here and in between here, and I have none here. So what are my stripes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My 7 stripes. And my in between, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 6. That's the way it goes. And then when you chop them down, you end up with 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. When you add up these two, it's 6, 6, 6. When you add up these two, it's 6, 6, 6, and these two, it's 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 equals to 1998. The spirit of the high Jupiter space, 99. You see 99, 1998. It is 9 times 9 equaling to 81, and 9 and 9 equals to 18. Where does 98 come from? It comes from 18. Where does 19 come from? It comes from, let me think. Let me think. I have to think. If I went 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2. 1 times 1 equals to 1. So that 2 and 1 equals to 3. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking here. 1 and 8. I just know that 9 times 9 equals to 81, and 9 plus 9 equals to 18. So 99 is in between 18, and 18 creates 89, which equals to 17 and 27. 72 and 17, 8 times 9, 8 plus 9. Now, what you have to understand is this is standard. This will go together, fits like a glove. Now, should I add these together, or should I just say it's 37, or should I say it's 35? This is your basic standard creation, because 1 and 1 equals to 2. 1 times 1 equals to 1. This is my third equation, where the first one opens the door. The next equation, 2 and 1 equals to 3. 1 times 2 equals to 2, and that's where you're going to end up with your 2, 3, 5, and that is BCE. We have to speak to BCE. That is 13,103. That's what that actually says for me. This becomes 100. It is also can be looked at as 1335. A rotation vibration in between what is the one spirit, which is Mars, the E-world spirit, which is Mars again. The total here is 1666, which is equivalent to 5 divided by 3. 5 divided by 3, I think that's what it is. Wait a second, what did I say? Yeah, 5 divided by 3 equals 1666. So this, okay, is not only going to be that, right? It's also going to be 5, 2, 5, and 8 divided by 3, okay, equals to, let me do this, 2, 5, and 8 divided by 3 equals to 86. And that is your gateway. Now, when you do it individually, right, 2 divided by 3 equals to 666. So when you go 5 divided by 3 equals to 1.666, and 8 divided by 3 equals to 2.666. When you go 3 divided by 8, it'll equal to 3.75. So the letters for that, 3.75. And remember, a 5 means halfway, meeting halfway between something and sharing. Right? The only way you can do that is if there's a separation, right? There's a fine line, and then there's a space between two sides, and then there's only a fine line dividing. I'm hoping that you can understand that. So in this scenario, you have plus 2.666 and plus 0.666. So what would that answer? 0.666 plus 1.666 plus 2.666 equals to 4.998. So this is showing me, okay, that it's inside of Pluto. My bookends, Pluto's number 84. So I don't care what's in between, because if I'm an architect, I only want to measure the corners. So I'm going to look in between is 99. And what is 99? It is 5, 6, and 7. That is what is 99. And it is what is 6 that is connecting 5 and 7, the DC gates. The female and the male connected by 66. And in between that is what is 86. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. What creates the separation in the cubonic world of DC? Because the smallest gap is 3 and 4. That's your smallest single gap. When you meet that in the center, this cube has 3 areas. So you're going to go from one area, boom, right into the next area. Right? The other ones are a little bit different. You see, because I see 1 and 6, I'm going to say it's got more corridors inside. Although there's 3, it's telling me my steps have to be shorter to get to the other side, or you have more steps to get to the other side, right? There's shorter steps. Here I got larger steps. And once you take a step into here, you have 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3, right? Let me show you. You have 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3, right? But in all actuality, if I'm on these 3 over here, that's 1/3 of the cube. But there's 27, so I become 9, 9, and 9. But this is not the same 9. This one's going to be 8 and 1, because there's going to be a center dot in between. If it was Rubik's Cube, that center dot holds on to 7 and has 19 free roaming, which is spirit. Remember, there are 27. Did I do this right? No, I did it wrong. It was 20 and 7. That is your gateway. G and T. Nibiru. Okay, you want to know what I'm calculating? Right now in this scenario, what I'm showing, there's a lot of things going on. Are you still here? Is it 10:23? It's been a while. Let me get a drink in the kitchen. I'll explain what I'm explaining. The cube, Rubik's Cube, they have numbers. They coincide the cube. They'd have 21 dots and they have 33 voided spaces. There's a possibility of having 9 areas per face, but the cube was made from 1 to 6 dots. There are mathematical calculations and understandings that will show or connect to cycles that are already going on, which is the 28-day moon, which is the planet Pluto, which is numerically counted as number 84 in the basic alphabet, in which A is 1 and Z is 26. We have Pluto. Now, there's many things you can do with a word because a word can come in different colors. I get my colors from the roulette wheel. The roulette wheel tells me that the red one, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 21, 23, 25, and 27 are all red. The rest are black. That's what the roulette tells me. The roulette tells me also I can shift my entire alphabet. Instead of A1, it'll now be A6 because I have the dice cube over here on one side and I flip it 180 degrees. 180 degrees is very pertinent because you have the 1 dot with 8 missing, which is basing it on what this calculator looks like. Your greatest on this dice for the dice cube itself is 1 and 6 equaling to 7. The greatest gap on the face of this dice cube is 1 and 9, although this is not the one you're expecting, but it is 1 and 9 when you give it this face value, equaling to 10. So your face is 1 and 9, 10, 2 and 8, 10, 3 and 7, 10, 4 and 6, 10, 5, 5, 5, and 5. Rotas, Sator, Tenet, Arpo, right on the button. All the 10s that you want. It's telling you about the cube and its rotation of DC. 4 times 3, 4 plus 3, equals to the greatest gap of 1 and 9. The S letter, the I letter, created from what is. 9 is the gap. It's the total face, but the smallest dot on one side is the 1 dot. But when the 1 dot shows up, it shows up with the 8 void. So right away from this scenario, so we had our DC. Wow, I let my head go. I lost something over here. So we had our DC. So we had our 19. What was the other number I was looking for? Oh, I don't like to do this. I do want to also tell you that from this AC that creates DC, the 7 times 12 continuous calculation is now 80 for Pluto. So through the spirit, AC into DC equaling to 19, which is calculable as 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, which equals to 3, which equals to 4. Where does 3 come from? What is first is 1, and with 1 times 1 equals to 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2, and 1 equals to 3. So that is your creation from 1 and 1. It is 1 and 3. Also to note what is first and what is 21st. What is first and what is 21st? This is the next time you hear it. This is the first time you hear it. So note that it's between 2 and 20. Since everything begins with 2, noted that 1 is the divided of all sides. It is the DC house. In order to stay away from this center area, okay, this is going to be 3, 4, and this is going to be 3, 4, and this is going to be 3, 4, and this is going to be 3, 4. 1 and 1. It's all 1 away. And why is it 3, 4? Because the side of the dice, although this side is 3 and this side is 4, we're not going to look at it that way. We're going to look at it as 3 and 3. We just want to get to understand the halfway point, which would be 0.5. So you would be going 3.5. But now that I'm in the center of this area and I don't want to be on the center, I want to be on the outside, I will then be at 3.4. 3.4 and 3.4. So that is where I am at the gateway. I'm all around, but not inside. But I am in area 25, but not in area 50. See, if you went to the dartboard, you would understand that there's an area around the center. Now, that area around the center is what runs our week, 168 hours, which is 13 times 13 equals 169, but it's 169 area spaces around this little knob over here, okay? And just understand this. When we move, this whole area is moving. There's 4 moves, yet there's 12 zodiac signs, okay? So every time you move one of these, it'll move 3 times 4 equals to the 12 zodiac signs. So it moves in increments of 1 square at a time based on the exact understanding of the 3 by 3 face of this Rubik's Cube. In which, again, to note that to go around is 4, and to go around is 4. And to note, the 4 corners is your measurement. When you add up the 4 corners to your measurement, you get 1, 3, 7, and 9 equals to 20. So that would be your measurement. So what is your 10, 20? 1 and 9 equals to 10, and all 4 corners. So this one is going to be square, and this one is going to be chopping it on an angle. More notably with 1, 9 and with 3, 7, but not with 2 and 8 or 4 and 6. And 2 and 8 will be showing you your cycle. 4 and 6 is another way of saying 3 and 4. The reason for that is because either you're going to come to here, right, 3.4, or you're going to skip over this 3.5 and you're going to go into this side 3.6. And then 7, 8, 9. Just to, you follow what I'm saying in there? It's the same thing. The reverse spirit. I always bring things back to 3 things: the 1 area in the center, to the 4 corners, to the 2, the 1 in the center here, and the 1 on this side is 2. The 1 on this side is 3. The one, what is there? Oh, right. The 1 on this side is 1. The 1 on that side is 2, 3, 4. And then top and bottom is 5, 6, and 1 in the center. There are 7. There are a total of 27 areas. So there's 7 and 20. To note, I go over things. To note, where is 77? And I'm going to get something to drink. Take a look at this. Look where number 7 is. This is the alphabet in Gematria. On a Gematria scale, seems to show the maple leaf of Canada. I believe that if we can prove the movement of the cube, then we can understand the KABBA. Give me a minute. I'm just going to need a little bit to drink here. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. So, does anybody understand? Is there any questions what this is? Well, our first snowstorm. You want to go out? Okay. I'm going to show you what this is. This is the alphabet. Okay. One is A. And now look over here. You see they join every odd number. 1, 3, 5, and then 7. And we stop. Remember, it's always sets of 3, 2. It's always sets of 2 and 2 and 2. So let's say 7 and 5 are connected together, or 7 and 5 link. 7 and 5 link, but they link by 6. 1 and 3 link, they link by 2. So 6 and 2 must come together, and then the 3 and 5 link by 4. I don't know why it works this way, but that's what it tells me. We also have to understand the extremity to where 7 and 1 is. That is 8. Then 2 and 6 is 8. And then there is no 4. 4 is with itself. So we're not going to count 4 other than the divider. Now, what happens is when you see number 13, it's not this one. This one is not number 13. This is 11. 13 is here. And 13 is over here. Did I get this right? I just want to see this up over here. 11, 12. I just want to see, did I get this right? 7. Okay, there's got to be a mistake here. Hold on. Yes, there's definitely a mistake. I'm not happy about this, but anyways, let me see. 7. This one is 9. Then this one is 11. And then this one is 13. Okay, this one is 13. So this one is 13 in the center. And over here, what happens when you descend by 2, the one that's going to come over here is going to be number 8. So it's going to be 8 over here, and it's going to be number 13 over here. 8 times 13 is 104. 10, 4 is communication. 10, 4 is the reverse cube. 10, 4 is noted to be A, B, C, D. And the flip side of 4 is the 4 house, 444, is that 4, 5, and 6 on the cube are all the same. 4, 5, and 6 are all the same. 6, 5, and 4. The only difference in this house are the 2 over here in between and the 1 over here. That's it. 4 exists in all 3 of them. So you can say 12 and 3. 33. 312. 312. C-A-T, cat. I don't know what that has to really do with anything. Again, back to Rubik's Cube. So there's a total of 27 areas. There's one area that controls 6 colors. One area controls the 6 colors. It will turn 4 colors through 2 colors. 4 colors will turn that are center, and the center one will turn in its own, but the center one will never change its color to this outside here. When these are changing sides and colors, these will never change to its position. None of them ever change. They always follow the core. Anyways, so there's 1 in 26. 1 in 26, that's the alphabet. 1 in 26. 1 and 26 is 27. What is y? Is it the way this spins? So if I went this way and this way, that's 2. That way and that way, 4, 8, 12. So I automatically got 12 off of that. Just drawing straight lines following 12. Oh, plus there's cracks. Crack here, a crack here, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The other cracks are hard to get to, so I'm not going to do them. I'm just taking a look. So here is our alphabet right here. Knowing, and we have to understand, design, does it not look like the ace? Does it not look like the ace that has been split in half instead of a straight line across? We just came back down from the center, connecting what is the M, the letter M, the 13th letter, and the letter V, which is the 5th letter, also known to be 1005. 1005, Roman numerals. Do not forget, when you have M and V together, okay, you have the numerics for the sun. The reason for that is the word, the 13 and the 5, if you go to the game of pool, the 13 ball is orange stripe. The 5 ball is orange solid. 13, which is the letter M, 1 plus 13 is the letter M. Now I have to relate that to the sun again. 1 plus 3 equals to 4. Plus 5, 5 and 4 is the numeric value for the sun. As well, S and U equals to 1 and 3. It's a combination. SUN 1, 3, 5. The sun is number 9. It's all 3 dots. And it brings 1 and 3 together, which is that rotation in the moon. We must bring our moon to 13, 31, 13, 31. We must get that connection to connect to number 48 and 84 and 33 and 21. First, we're going to work with number 21. With 21, there are 21 dots on a cube. After you throw 4 times the cube, 4 cubes, you take it out. It equals to 4 times 21 equals to 84. But it's 4 areas because 84 in French says 4, meaning 4 times 20. So I'm losing. So is 84. So is Pluto. So now, once you get to 84, 3 moons pass, 84 days, 4 cubes. So 3 moons, 4 cubes. That's Pluto, because Pluto is that number. So what's 48? 48 is the ring that goes around the cube. Number 14, also noted to be 14 and 10. I've done it in videos. I can't explain everything all the time. I lose my thoughts. So Pluto. The reason for sun is S equals to the 19th letter, which equals to 10, which then equals to S1. U is the 21st letter. U is the 21st letter. 2 and 1 equals to 3. N is the 14th letter. N equals to 5. Now, what's going on here is that this around is 14. U is all the cube, 21. 21 talks about the ring and talks about the pole. They both get a 48 value. They both mathematically create 32 and 12 equaling to 44. Creation of the divided gates. Creation of the divided gates. Okay, so this 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 create 8 and 6. Half of 8 and 6 is 3 and 4. That's DC. I show it to you on a dice. Here is 4, and on the opposite side is 3. So when I put it on the same side, 4 and 4 will create 8. The other side will create 6, but it's not only that, because all 8s will create 6. So you have the 3 and 5 equals to the 2 and 4 on the opposite sides. I need to get a glass of water. I'm going to come back in a minute. What do? I connect the cube value. How many cubes? There's 27 areas in a cube. So now that I take a cube that I now called Pluto 84, that 84 gets a new marking, which is 27 times 4 equals to 80, and 28 equals to 108, or 18. I'll get back in a minute. Hey, what's going on? Man, I'm coming into my ending of my 17th year doing this. It all connects. The day, it all connects. All the numbers, the cobwebs connect. It tells the stories, and I'm only using some basic. I just added in matter and energy. You know, it squeezes like a snake. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anybody here. Let me see. Hey. Okay, nobody over here either. Okay, it says 1. It could be me watching. You know, I'm going to give this thumbs up here. So I can't look what's going on. I'm sharing this. I got to be knowing that I'm sharing this with the Matrix AI. You want to learn AI, you're lost with something, you can probably put this together, this calculation, so much quicker than me. So we're going to go over it again because I even want to understand it. I'm doing this for me to understand, and I have to treat myself like a little kid. You understand? So first, I'm going to show you everything I wrote down and what we're going to do. First, here's our vibration. Here's our reflective vibration in the standard world. What I mean by standard world, it is what is the face, which is 10. So I create 10s. And to the 4 corners. Everything to do with 13. Everything to do with 13 and number 4. So what has to do with 13 and number 4? 9 and 4, 13. 6 and 1, 7. What is like 9 and 4? It is like 6 and 1, 7. 7, 7, 7. 4, 4, 4. 9 and 4, 13 equals to 4. How the numbers play into each other and reflect. So the 1, 4, and 7, 1 and 6 equals to 7. 2 and 6 equals to 8, and 3 and 6 equals to 9. So all your 7s, but the 7s we don't see inside of your vibration is we see number 1, but we do not see it over here. We see 1 in the 4 world. We don't see it there. We see it in this world over here. In the world of number 7, in this world over here, what don't we see? We do not see number 1 or number 6. No 1 or 6. Here, there is no 5 or 6. This one could have been a 0. This could have been a 0. 4 plus 9 equals to 13. 1 plus 3 equals to 4. So what else is there? No 7, 8, or 9. I shouldn't be going over this with a fine toothbrush. What I'm just trying to show you is this is the 1 house, this is the 4 house, this is the 7 house. 7 months of 31 days. 4 months of 30 days. And then 1 month, well, you know, of 28. February. The 1/3 cycle of Pluto. The 1/3 cycle of Pluto, because it is 28 days. It's a 1/3 cycle. 28, 28, 28, 84. 1/3 and 1/3. Pluto, number 84. This now equals to 1 whole. And what did it do? It took 4 cubes. Every cube has 26 and 1 gear, and 26 and 1 gear equaling to 52 and 2. And then it had another 52 and 2 equaling to 104 and 4, 10-4 communication. Or we're going to go 1-4 and 4, or 144 for the 1414 minutes in a day. This is Earth's Q gateway for the 52 weeks in the year. Maybe that's why we get the 2 weeks vacation. I don't know. This is communication. This is October 4th. 44 is for area space for 10, equaling to 54, if you want to look at it that way. So where was I going to go with this next? So this is the basic Pluto cycle. So what I was doing, where am I? Wow. There was another reason for that, right? Being one third, right, of 28 of 84, the expressive month. It could be in all the months because there are 12 months a year with 28 days. There is 4 months, add 2, and 7 months, add 3. So this equals to 8, this equals to 21. So that's your equation. So this equation, okay, tells me about Jesus, energy, time, the cycle of creation of 10 equals to 39. Here is your Fibonacci creation. Here is your cycle, your 1/3 cycle in the moon. 74, 74, 74, 58, and 74 equals to 33. And that is Jesus, number 74. 222 times 8 is 1776. The 8 that go around. So that's where we get the 147 from, right over here. The 147 is telling us about 1 is explaining 10. 1 explains 10. Remember in baseball, in baseball, you have first, and then you have second, and then you have third, and then you have fourth. Well, hold on a second. Wait, hold on a second. No, this was first, and this was second, and then this was third, and then this was fourth, and then, wait, this is not even fourth. This is first, and this is fifth. So area 51 that you left from to where you went the first, to where you went from the E world to the beta world into creation on Earth, where 2 and 5 and 3 and 5 come together. When 3 and 5 come together, it is ignited because Mars and Venus, Earth. Here, I'm using it as the numeric value. I also put S and T, 39 and 28 equals to 67. So this is where your freedom comes in. This is where V1 and this is where V1 and V2. Now, don't forget, I play with these things. This equals to 31, and this equals to 40. 40 equals to blue. This is what we call my AC, which is your ace. This is number 31. This is what will create DC. What is 1 and 3? It's actually the movement of these numbers. These numbers move 1 and 3. If you're shifting vertically, you're going 1, 1, 1, 1. But if you're going horizontally, it's 7 to 4 is 3, 4 to 1 is 3. 8 to 5 is 3, 5 to 2 is 3. So then what's your 44? Your 44 is your area space. It also is a teen. A teen is where you carry a 10, which is an A, B, C, D equals to 10. I'm losing my space. Yes, when you go from 9 over to 1, you go 1, 5, and 9. The reality is 2, 3, and 4 to what is 6, 7, and 8. To where 28 is the cycle to 13. How do we get that? What is on the outside? What is on the inside? What is on the inside? What is on the outside? 6 and 4 on the inside, 2 and 8 on the outside. I don't have that on a cube. So what I do is I revert this one back to where it came from. And it's right over here. It's the 1. So I put down the 1 over here. The reverse of the inside 4 is the 3. First, I'm using the 2 on the outside. 2 plus 8 equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. 1 and, okay, 1 second. Anyways, 8 and 2 is 10. 7 and 3 is 10. 6 and 4 is 10. So it all becomes 1, 1, 1. They become, how can I say it? They're all equal. They all have their own, I can't explain it. They reflect each other. Just let's know it that way. This is creation in the gateway. This is Earth, Mars, into the heavens, where you play between E and I, the 60 seconds on the clock. Bob Barker. The price is right. This is all information. I don't know which way to process it yet, but I wanted to continue on, and I know I'm babbling. V1, what is V1 and V2? What is this? And the total together, they are the gateway. The total together, this is who they are. This is Mars, and this is Earth. Together, we are the Earth terrestrials. But actually, we are the Mars base planetary Earth terrestrials. This is the word of Earth, sky Earth. This over here, we can look at it as 55. We want to look at it as 55. We can look at it as 12. What do these mean? Don't want to get into that. It's too much. The value here, the value over here, 24, 999, and 27. So the value here, each one of these, if I go to the alphabet, these always have that. And when you see that, that's the letter I for me. So that'll be 3 times 9 equals to 27. And note, there are 4 different values. So that has a reflection. Okay, this is full form. This is full form with reflection. So this would be the ring full form, right? 4 all the way around. 3 can talk about the 3 pairs of sides. 2 can be talking about the North and the South Pole. Actually, I think 1 would. But anyways, so this is 3 by 9 is 27. And then 1 by 24 equals 51. And the numeric value for Mars is 51. But what's so magical about 27 and 24? Okay, not that this is 9 times 3 and this is 8 times 3. This is your natural creation. This is your natural creation. They say it in the game of Baccarat, but you see 11 and 12. That is your basic creation. How can I explain this? There's 9 area spaces over here on each of them, which is depicted by the calculator. 3, 6, 9, 9 and 9. We only see 6 over here. So that means there's 12 plus 6. So that is the way you are going to look at Mars. 2, 1, and 6. 2, 1, and 6, 2160 miles is the diameter of the moon. The diameter of the moon is 1.5 times what is Earth's time. Mars is noted to be 1.5 times the value, in which I was just working on that equation when I interrupted myself. Let me see. Yes, I did it over here. Why I did this over here is Mars is 1 point times the value. And the reason for that is because 21 is blackjack. And when they pay you out, they pay you 1.5 times the value. And you pay the insurance for that if you want. If the dealer has an ace up, you pay insurance. And remember how the ace is designed, right? The ace is designed with the eye of Horus, and then they put some angles on it. They put a cap. They put a hex. Well, that's actually what is DC. When you divide that, you end up with 2 aces. But when you divide it in any pyramid, regardless, you are going to have to say 120. You are only going to count for 3 sides. That's what we're going to account for. What will the bottom look like? What will the shape on the bottom of this look like? The designs that we see and logos that we see is because they're being used elsewhere by obligation. Almost looks like a tower going all the way up, right? Is that the way it looks like, this big tower going all the way down? That diamond in the center. Anyways, this is, I don't know if we can split this in half here and keep running these and create a new kind of ace that divides right here. Now I'd have to figure out what that angle is. I need to know what that angle is. But this is something that I worked on, but I stopped because I can't figure out the angles and it just gets too confusing. And I don't know. We just live down these tunnels of some sort. So where was I? Yes. So when we get 4 times Pluto, now how does Pluto fit into a Mars? Well, you see, the number for Mars is number 51. The number for Pluto is 84. The difference is 33, which is 6 and 9. And that is in rotation, okay, of the 6 sides of the 9 faces. 9 times 6 is 54, order of the sun. The numeric sun is 135, which are all the passages on the cube. The invert to 135 is 2, 4, and 6. This one equals to 15, and 9 equals to 24. This one equals to 48, and 12 equals to 60. And I wouldn't know. Let me see. 6 times 4 is 24, times 2 is 48. There we go, back into the Pluto cycle. This is O and I. When O and I come together, equals to 24x. Maybe it's a 24-hour day, 60 seconds on the clock. I do not know. I know this is the sun, and this is B death. B death. That B death is the Federation. 4, 5, and 6 that control that center cube. You know, there's a hook over the top. Why on a cube that when we go from here to here, there's a difference of 8. But when we go from here to here, there's only a difference of 4, right? 48, again, back to Pluto cycles. The face of every single cube, the corners, are equal to 20. Every face corner. So when you go to around it, it becomes the ring. And there are 4 times 20 equal to 80. So when we're talking about the divided areas of 80, we're now talking about the ring. If we talk about the ring, we talk about 4 areas. Now, I was trying to remember that Earth is the ring and Mars is the pole. And reason for that is because their numeric value, 5 and 1 and 5 and 2. What these do, I call this Taurus and I call this unicorn. Unicorn and Taurus. Also, that I would have to call Mars that, and that has to be Earth. See the 2 dots in the center? See the 1 dot in the center? And the dots in the center are to the 420 face, which is valued at 1/4. 1/4 because it's 80. So that means the up and down, that will be 20 and 20, which is the pole. So the pole is going to be 40 and the ring is going to be 80. And again, you're back to 84 or 48, whichever way you want to go. This is Pluto, the Pluto cycle. We have to match the Pluto cycle to both this number and this number. 28 times 3 and 21 times 4. 16 times 3 and 12 times 4. Remember how DC works. DC is the split of everything. I have to get something to drink. If you have any questions, I'm going to keep pumping it over again until I'm able to show you how the number 84 and the days of the year and how many years it comes before the cycle meets up on a specific moon. It doesn't matter how many days. I just needed to keep going the years. Just whatever you added in a day, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm doing it with moon days. I'm basing it on moon and moon days. So if you want to add in whatever you want to add in, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just going on moon days. So, and if I go on moon days, then there's another cycle we have to understand. And again, it connects to the moon and the spirit in the moon. In fact, it's 1/3 of what is the moon after its first basic creation, which is number 19. And the reason for that is because 3 times 19 equals 57, which is the word moon. It is also the word Heinz, and the letters of Heinz will create what is the Union Jack, which is 2 cubes separated by a pole. Two cubes separated by a pole. Union Jack. So the pole's in the center. That's why the flags are extended. Even though they're blowing on one side of the pole, both cubes, it's still in control by the pole. Whether it goes up, whether it goes down, the control of both cubes. How do both cubes get into this one world? Two moons, 2 suns. The rivers are rising. That's what they say. Moses came in by the Nile. Noah waited for the flood. When the flood came, it was because of all the lies and deceit. And the lies were just piling up in the river because there was nobody that can see it. Nobody can see the deceit. So it just sits until something happens so that we all look back in time and say, what did we do wrong? We are the fate of this planet, the planet of choice that we choose. How do we know what is right and wrong? What is it my business what you do? If you are interfering with another human being, it is everybody's business to understand what we must do as citizens to protect the backs of each other in peace and kind words and encouragement, helping each other. What do we see each other as? We see each other as the opportunity for the monetary to take over, the mana. Monetary, M-O-N. So now I'm going back to that moon control. Moon. Mo with the 14, the moon and the sun. Sun and the moon control. The king and the queen. See, the queen is a rib that connects, okay, that connects the 11th card. This is very, very unique because the 11th card in the deck is the Jack, but the 11th letter in the alphabet is the King. What should we think? Now, when you're playing blackjack, the only card that gets a value of 11 is the ace. And those are the pillars. Okay? Ace, king, that is the pillars of this design. Of this design over here. Which one should I call 11? You see these two lines over here? I can have a line here and a line here, keeping it together. All three of these, okay, will be 1, 1, and 1. And that's actually the total value because that's what the artwork does. If you take a look, I have a Y, and then I have an X, and then I have a Y, and then I have an X. 49 and 49, 98. And then it shows 1 line and 2 lines and 1 line. 1, 2, 1, 11, 11. What this and this is the same. The difference between this and this is this goes here. Connects here, here, here. It connects 8. So the stop will connect 8 between this world and that world. Between the cube in this world and the cube in this world, bringing it down to the flower over here. In this area over here, if I get that right, that is number 13 and 15, the letter M and the letter O, this one over here. So when that makes a thing, this one over here is going to be, let me go 12, 15, no, this will be 14 over here. So this will be 15. Yeah, okay, this will be 15 and that'll be 15. This will be 15 and 15. 15, 51. And because it's the 15th number. Then 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. So you need to have 4 of these, 144. And then you have to flip it over again until you have a rotation. These are joining the centers, 72s. You need 2 sets to create 72s. And once you do that, you're going to be creating moons or whatever you want to call it that are intercepting 3 and 4 and 3 and 4. 3 and 4, 3 and 4, X and Y, 3 and 4 and 3 and 4. The number of sticks again, a numeric for DC. So just let me check something over here. So yeah, let me remove that. Let me just see something. Okay, let me just remove this. I need to get something to drink. Gonna come back. Just give me a 1-minute break. Yeah, I'm going to put a picture up. I need 3 minutes. Got to go to the bathroom. Want to get something to drink. And I'm going to continue on now with how many cubes I need for one cycle, and that was 108 cubes. But of the 108 cubes, it's 104 and 4. Because I think I did this already. This is communication of area space. I don't know why. Maybe it's talking about the ring, and it's talking about communication 10-4. I communicate. It's 4 of these. There are 27, which means there are 7 connected to the pole. So I'm going to go 7 connected to the pole. That means there are 20 on the outside. Let's say the ring, or whatever you want to call it. There's 17. There's 7 and 20. So that calculation now is going to equal times 4 equals to 28, and times 4 equals to 80. That's a very, very interesting combination. I think I just did something like this not very far away. That is very interesting. 80 and 28, 108. And 108 is the reverse alphabet. Did I get that number right? Yeah, the reverse alphabet of 4 letters is 108. It's 27 per letter. All right, the reverse alphabet and the complete cube, both 27. So I'm trying to understand. So when Pluto finishes its first completion of its first 3 moons, I'm still trying to figure this out myself, you know. So when Pluto, okay, when Pluto 84, and you have 28 times 3 equals to 84, and 21 times 4 equals to 84. So we have just done 84 days, 3 moons, and 4 cubes. A cube is 27 smaller cubes. Okay, 27 times 4 equals to 84 cubes. Now we have to note that on a cube there is a face, and the face will add up 1 over to 9 equals to a total of 45. The star system math will show you your star system, this equaling to 45. Then it goes this equaling to 35. And then it goes this equaling to, 1 through 8 is 36, minus 1 is 35. 3, wow, I'm a little slow. Oh, well, it's 4, 5, and 6 is 15. This is where the feds come in, and this is where your creation gateway comes in. 3, 1, 3 equals to 7. So that's 15 and 10. So it's 25. And then it's 4 and 6 equals to 15. And then all you have is 5 left over right over here. So your equation expands in the star system. And the reason for that is because I went 2, 5, and 8. I went 4, 5, and 6. And I just did this. 2 and 8 is 10. And 3 and 7 is 10. And 4 and 6 is 10. And 1 and 9 is 10. So when you add them all up, I end up with 80, 90, 105, 115, 120. I get 125. That's going to be V1 and V2, Mars and Earth. 13. X 1 1 1. Gate X 13. Gate X 13. 24 and 80. Communication 96. So where am I going to be next? So you understood what I do with this. It's a star system calculation. I calculate 8. I calculate 12. 8 and 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 2 and 6 is 8. 2 and 4 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 6 and 8 is the equation I come out here. I crisscross. 1 and 6 equals to what is the primary 7 to what is like 4 and 9 equals to 13. And the Mayan calendar works that way between 7 and 13, which is the gateway. And as I showed before, here, so where this is 7, this is 9, this is 10, 11, and this is 13. So 13 is what's closing it out. So it goes 6, 1, and the 1 is where the 7th gate is. So when I always say, the 7th, 1 and 7, where the 7th gate is, it's because the 1 moves over and takes the 7th position on a new cube. I have to get something to drink. Take a look at this. I'll be back in a minute. I'm still here. I'm coming back. Okay. So what happens with this is when I stop down here on number 1, right over here, when I groom up all the way over here, that is number 12. So it goes from 1, I can go all the way to number 12 right over here. No, hold on a second. Is that possible? Yes. Okay, that's 12 right over here. So what you have over here is what actually, okay, should be number 13. This should be number 13. Number 13, okay, gets a dot in the center. The reason it's getting this dot in the center is because in Gematria, although it's the 13th letter in one world, in Gematria, it gets number 1. So it gets a dot, and it's a portal. And its reverse is the number 12 up here. Up here, it's female. Down here, it's male. And let me see if I get this right. I hope I got this right. 7, 9, 11. This is 11. So this one is 13. This is 13. So this one is 12. This one is 13. So this one is 12. Hold on. How come it's in the center over here? So no, I'm looking at 11. Sorry. 12 is halfway between. 12 is halfway between. It's 13 and 8 that takes the center. 8 and 1 and 8 and 3 take the center. The multiplication will turn the cube sideways, right? When it turns the cube sideways, it'll put a cube this way inside, and it'll make diamonds all the way down. I'm not sure if I have that story. Whoop. I don't know. I'm trying to look. Let me see. Is that the story? No. 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 Just 1 second. I'm looking for something. Wow, my screen is really big for no reason. Okay. Anyways, forget about that. Yeah. So this is your Gematria. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I go down, and then I go up, and then I go down. So this is your basic. What I did is I extended it, and I joined the house between the two houses up over here. There was one tower here and one tower here. I took away these two towers, and now I united everybody in the one house. That's going to be guarded from here and all around all these little pockets of houses where they've separated them from the main house. Yeah, so let's jump out of that and see if we can work on these cycles now. Now, a complete Pluto cycle, if I get this right, is supposed to be what happens in 19 years. This is what I need to understand. What happens in 19 times 19 equals 361. And if you go look at this day and time 19 years ago, or what it might have been the year before, it is 18 years and then 1 year. So like today's, we're going to go back to 2004. Okay, on my calendar, we're going to go to 2004. Let's see if I can get this in here. I'm going to go to, how do I do that? Now I want to go here. So we're going to go to 2004. And we're going to go to the 17th of February. We're going to go to February 17th. And it was a Tuesday. So it had to be 2005 then. 2005. February was a Thursday. So you can see it. So the year of 2005. Okay, we repeat the cycle. Oh my God. We repeat the cycle. A couple of years ago, right? My mind was repeated a cycle that happened already, right? Or we're going through the first standard part of the cycle. Right over here. That means May 5th. Wow, May 5th of 2005. Was it a Thursday? Yeah, it was a Thursday. So May 5th, when I began, it was May 5th, 2005. 5, the 5th month, the 5th day of the week, and the 5th day of the week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the 5s matched up. That's when I saw it. That's when it all began. That was really crazy. So this is supposed to be the full cycle. So knowing that 19 years is that cycle, you would have to go 19 times 13 equals to 247. 247 moons. 2856 equals 56, and 13 equals 69. So we had a rotation, okay, of the half-life, 23, 11. I'm just trying to see base creation. Don't want to even go into there. I went to that number. It comes out to 247. I'm not, how many moons are coming out of that? How many moons came out of that? 247. 247 times 28 equals 269, 16, 69, 16. So we have bookends to the spirit. We have bookends, 6 and 6 to the spirit, 13 and 7, 1, 3, and 7. So I have to really, really concentrate now and finish with, first, we're going to finish with one cycle of Pluto. That is 3 moons, 4 cubes, 84 days. And the reason you have to do it that way is because we want to end up on a cube. And what's going to happen is here is 28, and here is 28, and here is 28. You notice here's 3 of them. Took 2. It took 3. It took three parts. It took a ring. It took a pull. It took a ring. It took a pull. It took a ring. The moon is this value over here, the gateway, and this is the cycle of its creation, 1, 4, and 7. 7 times 21 equals 147. That is the Pluto cycle. That's what Pluto does. That's all Pluto. The gateway is in Pluto. Pluto, Pluto, Pluto. So we see the basis of what happens here. And I couldn't stop in between because I wasn't completed my cube. So now I want to move this on to talk about the week now, because the week is 168 hours. Now remember, I can't do 1 week. I must do 3 weeks. So I'm just telling you what the equation is. Now, if you do, you have to do 3 weeks, okay? Because that is your standard cycle. You do your 3 weeks, and then you do your 1 week. Although the ring is 4 and 2, it's 3 weeks and 1 week to this, right? And if you're going to fill in, okay, I'm not going to get to that, because around the ring, right? Around the ring, okay, equals to 20, 40, 60, 80. The ring is 80, and the pole is 40. 40 is blue. 80 is going to be purple, and it's going to be Pegasus. This is the pole. Although this is the beta gates to the divided gates of DC, it's also noted to be the pole, because 88 and 11 equals 72 to beta gates. That means to do that, you need 2 cubes. And all you have to do is to show that, and you have it. And where does it come from? 66. 66 of the void 88. And that reasoning, I'll show you why that reasoning, if I can just turn back the pages. Oh my God, come on. Okay, I'm gonna show you the picture where it's right here. And you see where my mouse is over here? That's 66. That's where 66 shows up, right over here. And it gets connected, okay, by number 8. The reverse cube connects it right in between. The cube connects it in between. Now, did I place the stuff here? Why did I put the artwork that way? If you notice, cube 1, cube 3 are joined only at the points. Cube 5, which is here, is joined only at the point of cube 3. To intertwine and create, I create ribs with 2, 4, and 6. Rib number 6 will connect number 5 and number 7. How does number 5 come to be? How does number 7 come to be? How does number 5 come to be? Now we have to remember, if we're the children of God, and God says division, gates of the divide, gates omega divide, crack the egg in two. Wow, lost my place. So what was the numbers? 1 and wow, I did it again. Made a joke. Wow, I have to play this back. Give me a second to find myself. I do that. Not good. I cannot go off track. I don't see. I cut the tape inside. Just give me a second. Go off track. I don't. Moons. 2856 equals 56 and I'm just playing it back. And what's going to happen is here is 28. Okay, hold on a second. And here, just give me a second. I'm just trying to figure out. Well, my cat is sitting on my keyboard. Come on. Oh God. You show up and I can't think after. Not good. Okay, let me get back to where I was. I think I remember where it was. Now I lost my video camera. Okay. So where 88 is it's around here. It's the voided area space 266. So it envelops 66, 66, 33, and 11 all in the same area. This and there's 22 and 14 all at the same time. The reason is the reverse 6 and 1 is 7 and 7, 14. The 1 dot surrounded by 8 and 8, 8 and 8. The 1 dot and the 1 dot. The reverse is the 6 and the 6, or there's a 3 void and a 3 void in rotation of what is 12 in rotation of 1 and 1, 2 and 12. 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 2 and 3 is 5. Yes, I was talking about the female. 1 times 2 equals to 2. 1 plus 2 equals to 3 equals to 5. Why is this the female? This is a female because of the bat mitzvah. And when you have IT, you have the 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 3 and 2, 5 and 6, 4 and 1, 5 and 4, 29. Now we're going to go 11 and 12. This is the way I'm going to finish. Just want to see what this does. 23, 61, 23, I'm going to use the short numbers. 11 or 110, 11 or 110. Just so where did this come from? What creates 29 ends up at the 7th gate in creation. Your first part creation of 1 and 1 in Fibonacci. In star system math, which means multiply and add the number and move on. And then move on. Doesn't matter what order. And then move on. And then move on, move on, move on. And what is the total value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 10 and 11 is 21. And 5, 26. And 9 is 35. And 11 is 45. 46. And 23 equals 69. That's in rotation. 2, 3 in rotation of 4, 6. So I have to understand what we're getting to over here with that 6 and 3. 4 and 3 is 7. Okay, I know what the 6 and I know what that means to me, but this is going to be DC 11. That's what the combination is. Anyways, I got no answer for that right now. But I did want to know, what was my final count? 46 equals to 10. Okay, right. A, B, C, D. Your ABC is what equals to your 6, and your D equals to your 4. That is your DC format. It is your D with your ABC. So now we know that we're running the 147 7th gate DC cycle. So now if we're running that cycle, look, 7 can also refer to perhaps the 7 days in a week. So running that way to 7 days in a week, which will give me 168 hours, which will give me to 8 times 21 cubes to achieve 168. So now we've achieved 1 8. What does an 8 represent? It can represent many things. I'm just going off the top of my head. 8 can represent 8 times 3 equaling to 24, meaning 3 parts. 3 times the 8 is the 24. That took 120 degrees. Times 3 equals to the 360 degrees that turns around. The reverse of the 8 is 6. The reverse of the 3 equals to 4. So the 6 times 4 equals to 360, which is 4 times 90 equals to 360. It's not 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 4 is a 24-hour day, but it takes 4 times 90 to create the 360. So this is where 4 and 4 come in, to where how 3 and 8 come in, and 3 and 8, with your 90-degree angle here and your 120-degree angle here. So I'm just trying to see. So yes, so this is 8 3, and this one is 6 4. That is the difference. Earth and Mars. Where else am I inside of this piece? Yeah, okay. So now, to make this 1 week, so this is only 1 week. Now I need to recreate 21. So I'm going to have to create another week, because I need to get at least 21. The chicken laying cycle. The chicken laying cycle, 18 and 3. 3 days of rest, bringing him to the 21st day. He overlaps the cycle. He overlaps the cycle on 18, going 19, 20, 21. It ends on 18. This number 1 shows me 18. It is also what is the greatest distance, which is the face, which is the greatest distance of 1 and 9. It is 1 and 8. It is 1 and 8 expressed as 10-8. And Rota Seder says tenet, 10-8. The octagon in the 10th month. This is R and S, but it is in the A family, which comes from Q. And it's not going to get into that. Okay, so now what we have here is we have our first week. Now our second week is 168, which creates 336 hours. Right? Hours, H, R, S, 8, 18, and 19, 37, and 8, 45. So now we're going to get 3 weeks. We're going to get 24 cubes. We're going to get, hold on, yeah, we're going to get 24 cubes times 21. Equals 504. That is the passage in the sun, 10 passage in the sun, 504. So I'm trying to figure out where my equation ends. So yes, so we get 504. Now what we have to do, if I have to run the last week of 168 hours. So 4 times 168 equals to 672. Okay, so now I ran my last week of 672 divided by 21 equals to 32. So I need 32 cubes to do this. I need 32 cubes to create them. I'm trying to see where I'm going with that. 13 and 5. Yes, so this reversal of 13 and 5 brings me into the sun. 4284. Wow, where did that come from? Wow, I just lost my vision. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Too many numbers in front of me. Too many numbers in front of me. Wow, can't believe I just did that. So, yeah, I was looking at this. Remember, this 1, this 5, and this 3. There are no others like it. They're the only 3 like it. Whatever they may mean, they are not the same as the rest of the dice. They don't belong into the rest of the dice. They might be passages. They are on the center spindle. They are controlled. That center spindle, okay, that controls, listen, the center spindle of Rubik's controls 6 sides, right? 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. But think about it a little bit. Think about it. It controls 6 sides. It has 6 colors. 3, 3, and 3 opposites, right? This one opposite of this. But there was something in here. You see, before I was working with numbers. Now I can work with colors. Yellow, opposite white. Blue, 40, opposite of green. And it takes blue to create green. So what was, I was trying to get to, there's something else in this cube that I wanted to say. The spindle controls 6. But it's controlling, I'm just trying to figure out, it's controlling 6. Everything spins around it. Everything spins around that center or on the outside of it, spinning around 1. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 spinning around 1, around 8, because there's the 8 void to the 1 center. But there was another thing inside of here. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, hold on a second. This side and this side. this side and this side. This side and this side of the center. This side and this side of the center. This side and this side of the center. Right. So there's 2, there's 4, there's 6 around 1. 20 and 7. 20 and 7. G and T, also noted as 77, matter. They're rotating in between what is 8 below and 13 above, and when it bow ties at the top, it becomes crisscrossing 15s. This one does not crisscross on 8. It will crisscross on 1, I think. And it's not going to get into that. So this is GT. And this is your 21. This is, whoa, what was that? I think I'm getting tired. I didn't finish. I don't know if I finished that thing with the week yet. So let me do this. So now what do I get? So now when I get, wow, 168 hours, which brought me to 8 cubes and 168 dots. Now I did another 168 hours, which brought me 8 cubes and 168 dots. And as it was bringing that, it brought me 3, yes, it brought me 6 and 6 moons. So it brings me 12 moons. It is 16 cubes. It is 336 hours. Now, 336 dots. Now, the calculation of that 16 is 16 times 33 equals to 528 voids. And remember, we have to work with GBs. GBs is 2 and 7. And we have to work with whatever AH is, 1 and 8. Whether it's memory or gigabytes, I don't know, 528. 528 is also 250, 264. 264, is that video card or something? I don't know, VC. So now that we've completed this, what I want to do now is drag just one of these areas in here. And the reason for that is because area space in the second dimension of Pluto, okay, in which you'll have 8 and 6 and 8 and 7. I don't know what the equation is going to be yet, but this basic is the gateway from the 7th gate into the 8th heaven, and that 8th heaven is right here between the 2 worlds. If you turn it sideways, it can be the B, the M, the McDonald's sign, E-I-E-I-O on the farm. I need to get something to drink. Did I leave the picture up? I have one question. Hope it's something real. Terry MCG girl understands him. Terry MCG girl understands him. You talking to me or understands who? Let me get something to drink. It's very dry and I have a hard time concentrating. I wonder where my cat is. Oh, God. Give me a minute, just getting something to drink. God, I'm thirsty. I just hope this is good. Please be good. Please be good. Please be good. I have not had carrot juice in I don't know how long. Please be good. Oh, this is so good. Wow. I stopped drinking carrot juice. I don't know, just like that. Just 1 second. I want to take one of these little yummies a friend of mine made. Very, very good for you. Yummy. You see, I don't work with Pluto on purpose, but Pluto being the, I just want to burn some incense for a second. Pluto's the 9th planet, and it is the face of everything we do. Number 9 and number 7 are different. 8 is different also. 8 is in between, which is the sun. The reason for that is the French have separated numbers, and the English have separated numbers. In English, okay, and you do have to take in consideration the word. You say octagon, you're right, you know 8 sides, right? So when we say twins are 12, you could be talking about 66. You got 2 cubes, twins. 2 moons. 2 moons of Mars. It's funny the way Mars is number 51, but has 2 moons. Earth is number 52, but has 1 moon. Put them together, they're 53 each. 53 each. Ho, ho, ho. WWW. So where was I that I went all rambled all over, and I always lose my place when I do that. Wow, what was I doing? Okay, I'm going to jump off that. I'm going to just go back to this piece over here. Okay. Anybody new here? Anybody ever see that up there? Hold on a second. That's the ceiling. And I don't know. Here's a few math equations. Can you see the cubes over there? The area those cubes lie, right, is in the 7th inning stretch. Did you know what happens in the 7th inning stretch? The visitors have 21 outs, equaling to the letters of F and U. 2 and 1 equals to the 3. That means F-U-C. The 3 is made by number 11, K, F-U-C-K. 21 outs into the 7th inning stretch and 18 outs for the home team. The cube is in position 111. P, Q, R, S, T, and U. Adding on N and W, that will create what looks like the cube. When the Y is put into the center of the hexagon, you shall either use the center, which is number 17Q, or the T letter. What can be the T letter? Just 1 second. Let me put this back. See, I don't have a script going here, so I might lose myself a few times. Where is the T letter? One of the places to find T and U, the complete cube. The complete cube is 21. So the complete cube is U. The complete cube is U. But if the cube is holding, a 6 up, I have 14 around and 6 up. 1 will be down. So now I got number 20. That is my 20. Another way to see 20 is on the face of the calculator. When Moses or Noah or Jesus was building, they just measured on the outside. They didn't measure on the inside. They knew it was there by the outside. So when you count the outside, 7, 9, 3, and 1 equaling to 20, you have 20. So now you have the face of a cube equaling to 20. But the one connection between the two sides, 1 and 9 or 3 and 7, equals to 10. So now you know 1020 equals to location in CB chatter. So now that you know you have 20 into the corners, you have 4 that go around equals to 80, and then 1 up and 1 down. That will equal to a total of 80 and 40. And again, that is the numeric value for the 7th gate and the moon in the game of pool. The total of 120, when you add up 1 to 15, it equals to 120. There are 15 balls in the game of pool, and you will note that there are 8 that are solid. Actually, there are 9 that are solid. The 9th ball is shared by both teams to use against the other balls. The white ball, it is also a solid. I didn't think to take that into account. So it's just funny the way things work, that on our telephone, the 7 and the 9 both get 4 letters, but they don't put any letters on the 1. Now, they went ahead on the bank machines, the ATMs, and they removed the Q and the Z, and they put it on number 1. The Q being 1 and 7, the 17th letter, 1 and 7 equals to 8. So they put that on the 1. And the 26th letter, 2 and 6 equals to 8. And they put Q and Z together, 88. Why 88? 8 plus 8 equals 16. 1 plus 6 equals to 7. Okay. Wow, I shouldn't have done that. I lost my zone again. Wow. 88. Purple. Wow, I can't believe I did it again. I can't lose my trend of thought like that. The minute. So I'm going to do 88. Hopefully I'm going to come back 80 and 40. Yes, okay, I was doing the sides of the dice. Yes, the 20s. The 20s on each side of the dice. The 20s on each side of the dice. I'm just trying to remember what it is. In French, the minute you get to 69, everything in French stops. You're going to say 60 and 10 to make 70. And then when you get to 77, you're going to mention 10, 7, 10, 8, and 10, 9. Just like you say 17, 18, 19, in French, 17, 18, 19 will be said, okay, at 77, 78, and 79, and 97, 98, 99. It happens 3 times. The same way that when we say 13, 14, 15, and 16, we have to keep that package of 4 together. And in the French, we have to keep that package of 3 together because they're separating things. In French, you will say 60 and 10 for 70. For 80, you're going to say 4 times 20. And that 4 times 20 creates this ring. So that 4 times 20 is 80. Now, why did I say 88 before? I don't remember why I said the 88, but regardless, 88 will create 64 and 16 equals to 80. It's 88 will create 80. It's 4 worlds. It's 4 worlds. It's 1 and 3 and 3 and 1. They're joined together. 3 is joined together by 1. So there's some kind of passage Maybe that's the difference of the extra day, that passage going through one or going around it, whatever it is. Whatever it is, maybe the earth widens and the cube turns sides, right? Because this has to turn, right? There's 6 sides, got to turn how many times? So it's over here on 6. So I go get it here. Here it's over here going now. So then it's here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when this moves, we need that extra day to turn the cube. Just thinking. Just trying to figure out where I was with the numbers. I lose my place. I shouldn't do that. Too much explanation, no good. What does it say here? No, 20. No, 20 is T, and 21 is U. When S and T come together, 19 and 20. Okay, my thought is in Fibonacci, you have to go 1 and 1 in order to start. The first one is somewhere else before you come here. So I'm thinking if you need to begin, you need to not use the 21 and use 20 and 19. Don't use number, first of all, don't even use 20. 20 is the same thing as number 7. It's the gateway into here. I can't even explain it. I'm just trying to find my mind right now. I've been out here like 2 hours already. See this over here. What is number 7? What does it mean? That one dot that penetrates, that goes into this world over here. Is it 6 worlds coming into 1 or 1 world moving into 6? But we're inside this maple leaf over here. Which quarter we are, I do not know. I was working on a little design yesterday that I did not fix. It has to do about number 9. Remember, there are 4 sides. There are 4 sides on a cube of 9. That's 36. You're 360. We need 4 of those in a day to equal to the 1440 minutes. We need 4 cubes in order to create the 3 moons. What are the other things with 3 and 4? There's other stuff with 3 and 4. Just give me a minute. I was on it today. There were so many things. Yes. The bases are loaded. 4 of a kind. 3 is a set. When you play hockey, they give a point to the person who scored the goal and then 2 assists. When you're running a race, it's gold, silver, and bronze and runner-up. 18 and 21, the 7th inning stretch at the gateway, 6.5. Why 6.5? Why in the middle of the innings at 6.5? Because the numeric value for 7 is number 65. Creation, 1 and 1, is at the 7th gate, equaling to 3. 3 is number 56. Creation, DNA in the sunbirth of IT, matter and energy, 77 and 74. The cycle in creation. Because the word, the letters in the alphabet, their position, A equals to 1, R equals to 18, as simple as that. I'm jumping all over the place right now. I'm losing my tightness. This cube is all about 1/3, 33 and 66, the basics of this. There are other positions in this cube. Just note the difference between 1/3. What is before 1/3? 0.25. What is between 1/3 and 2/3? 0.50. What is on the other side of 2/3? 0.75. So on the other side, between 2/3 and 1, is the moon. That's where it lies. So where was I? Yes. The opposite. Let me see if I can get a cube that's not written on. Wow, I started off with 10 of them. Let me take this off. It's going to be easier. The face of the calculator. Where'd my calculator go? There are 9 areas. If I use 3 areas, there's going to be 6 missing. 3 and 6. When I flip it over, when I flip the 3 and 6 over, I'm going to get 4 and 5. So I'm going to get 3.6 void. And then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to get 4 dot. And I'm going to get 5 void. So how many dots did I got? 7. How many voids did I got? 11. 7 come 11 when they call the game and they played a game of craps. If you do the math with it, it becomes 77 equals 95 EI. In between is 6, 7, and 8. The seventh gate heaven of your vibration, 4, 3, 2. The lower world, A through E, and the upper world, F, G, and H. So I take the dice again. So you have 3 sides. Everything is 3. This dice cube is 3. After that, it's reflective. You cannot turn this dice over. If you're counting in order, 1, 2, 3, the only way to get to the other side is to flip it 180 degrees. So in this world, the man world, you go 1, 3, 2. And then from 2, you can automatically get to the other side of 4, 5, and 6, where 4 is the first of its kind, because 4 is a TH, 1 is an ST, 2 is an ND. They also have a tendency to call it win, but second is place, and third is show, and fourth is RU, 21 and 18, noted to be 7 times 3 and 6 times 3. And this is when I call God's resting place. Because the hen will lay 6 eggs and will rest on 1 day. So after 21 days, it will lay 18 and will have 3 days of rest. Now, the thing is, if it didn't begin its rest yet, it'll be 18 and 2, but it begins its next 24 hours of rest. The 1 day of rest is noted to be 24. So 120 and 24. Nope, that's a wrong figure. That was the chicken's figure. So there's 3 days of rest, which is 72. And I'm not going to get into that figure, but this completion of the cube cycle of 21 days, so we end up with RC, we end up with Ra, Hara, which is the spirit of heaven. That's what I always call it. Area 51. You want to call it Mars, Area 51. You end up with 1 inside of 8. So this is 1 and 8, and the reverse is 6 and 3. 6 and 3 void, 8 void, 11 and 7. What's ironic about 1 reverse 6 is the word 1. Sometimes people say it's Neo. But the word 1 equals to number 34. Isn't it ironic that 1 equals to DC? Is that possibly by 1A in the alphabet? 3 and 4 is 7. Isn't it ironic that the opposite on the dice equals to 52? That when you put them together, it equals to 86? 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. For me, it's just 2 ironic that this should be the DC seventh gate. When 1 creates 3 and 4, they're all inside of each other. Inside of 1 and 6 is 5 and 2, and inside of that is 3 and 4. It's just ironic. So when you look at the three sides of the dice, okay, you are going to get 3 times 11 void equals to 33, and you're going to get 3 times 7 dot equals to 21. The numeric value is 54. The numeric value to the word sun, or 9 times 6 equals to 54, which is a deviation of 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 equaling to 6 equaling to 9. That's why I call it the rotation of the sun. The other marking for that is it creates 15 and 54. The vibration of 2, 3, 4 lies inside of this one, but I don't want to go too deep into this, although this one will give me my birth to Yo Alev. My birth to Yo Alev. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 is 20 and 9. 20 and 9. 20 and 9. So that would be 29. And then this one, 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, will equal this. This will equal to 3. This one will equal to 7. And it's also Yo Alev. In the game of craps, when they're calling Yo Alev, this Y is the 25th letter representing Earth. This is the 15th letter representing Mars. 11 means student. So you get V1, V22 equals X111. 13 creates man. Man is number 28. 13 by 8 equals to right smaller. I get too excited. 13 times 28 equals to the 364 moons. It is of the seventh gate. 7 times 7 times 7, which is CDC, Center for Disease right there, plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals to a total of 364. 7 times 7 times 7, 343. 7 plus 7 plus 7. This is going to create the E world, the BCE world, underneath the ground, just because it represents the phone lines and all those different colors. This one over here, okay, is going to create what is known to be the male and the female moon connected by 66, which is woman, which is freedom, known to be freedom 55, because brought in by that life insurance commercial. This is noted to be Mars. This is noted to be Earth. The value of the Roman numerals being 6. How does Earth become 7? By its numeric value. Earth is already 7. It retains its value. Mars is 6. It retains its value. Mars is number 51. Earth is number 52. I'm using the lowercase to explain each number. So how we were talking about the number 120, that is the game of pool. When you add 1 to 15, it equals to 120. What's ironic about that? I'm just trying to think of something. 1 through 5 equaling to E. 1 through 6 equaling to F. So, okay, this is just ironic. The complete cube is 1 through 6, okay? This is the letter F. This is the letter E. 1 through 5, 1 through 6. When you go 1 through 5, it adds up to the letter O. When you go 1 through 6, it adds up to the letter U. When I take the letters together, it goes O, U, E, F. Does anybody know what that is? It says egg. The total is 36. And that's really, it says location 511. That is the key. But we cannot go. I cannot go to number 1. I can only go from 6 over to 2. I can go 1 over to 5 and 6 over to 2, but I can't go all the way. That's just what the rule is. So anyways, before I end this, I just want to say that, so now that we constituted that the reverse sides of a cube totals 11, because that's the reverse side, you can see 5 here and 6 here. So in 3 and 4 DC is 7 because of the expression of 5 and 6, the numeric value of 11, 7 come 11, the gateway and the student. 7 come 11. This 1 and 1 is 2, becomes the beta gates, the B gates. This one over here. So let me finish this off. 11 times 11 times 11 equals 1331. In order to create number 3, it takes 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, had to be done twice to create these. So that would be 11 and 11 creates rotation. So how do we get this? It becomes 1 and 2 to create 3, and 1 and 2 to create 3. So what does it do? The 12th letter is L, and the 12th letter is L, and the first letter is A, and the last letter is A, and 11, 11, 11, which is 1331, says Allah. And it is what goes through the moon of 5775, male and female, connected to matter and Christ. 55, it doesn't matter which way. I can go 5775 or 7557. This story is going to show me 5. Then if I do the whole scenario, 563 and 5, this is going to take me to the beta gates. There's too many scenarios, so I'm just going to do it in short. This is going to be 555, and this is going to be 717. So one of them is taking you to the divided gates into the 8th heaven, and this part is memory. I multiply it and add it, will be 527. Earth gate, 52 earth gate. This one will be the 8 again. This will be this one here will be the ring, and this one over here will be the pole. Again, when there's 4 sides, so I can be working with 4 sides, or I can be working with 2 sides. But when one shows up with 2, right away it's going to show me 2 is around here and 1 is up and down. That's what it tells me. 2 is always on the outside. 1 is on the inside. They're completely different. 1 and 2 are completely different. 1 is in the center. The A, E, and I, the A, E, and I are all in the center. Number 9 says neuf. It means new. Number 9 means new. Number 6 means love. Only because the letters in the alphabet are X and O. Their reverse value, okay, to this is L and is it C? L and C. L-O-X-C. Clocks. Wow, it says clocks. The reverse alphabet says clocks. 27, 27. This will be 18. This will be 36. I'm just trying to see what else is in there. This will be 66. This will be 33. So it's a rotation of the gateway. This is going to be 24, 36. This will be 9, and this will be 9, 9, 9, 3, 3, 6, 6. And I'm very tired right now. Yeah, so if you have any questions, ask me. What do I do? Yeah, the floor. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah, so nobody's saying anything. I'm tired. I'm a little bit lost. There's so many things going on. Just note that inside the sun, we are born into the IT system. We are born into the time system. According to the numeric value, 13 and 14. 13 and 14. Let me just do this one thing. 13 and 14 are right over here. Okay. So now if we're born down here, we can be born under this house or under this house because the 8 is down over here. And then 10 is down over here. So we might be born between the towers. I don't really know. Up here, we can see where the set of cards are. This one V, and you know, VW, the way things go together. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus asked me now, good night. Very tired. You know what? Sometimes I can stay online. If I didn't have to explain myself all the time or make a joke, and the minute I start to do that, it's like I disconnect and I completely forget where I am. But do note that these, to just understand a little bit more about the, whoop, my didn't know I was blocking. Hold on a second. Yeah, to know more about these cubes, there's 1.8 billion people that stand in front of it, that pray to it 4 times a day. And for what I see right now, I'm not finished, is that we run by this, by the organization of the cube, which each sides are 7, but each face is 10. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2, that is Earth's heart in this cube. How we use these cubes, how we put them together, the different kind of, if I have a, can I get a 4-1 like this? If I got a 4-1 like this, see the 4 are stuck together. These 4 are stuck together. So I can have a 4 here, and then a 4 here, and then a 4 here, and then a 4 here. So that's 16. 16 and 9. Pi. I made 4 areas by a 3 and 3 area. Pi. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Ask me something. I don't know. Do you want to take a look at the floor? For those, I'm quite sure somebody's got to be new here. And this is from games. I get everything out of games. Everything comes from games, or even understanding. Whoop, something's wrong. Okay, even understanding the alphabet. Baseball. You know what's funny in baseball? The 10th inning in French is said dimanche, and dimanche in French means Sunday. And hockey is 3 periods. So hockey will represent the 9 lives of the cat because it has to do with 1/3. I divide everything up into 3s because that's the number that seems to work, but you can use all the numbers. Dividing 3s and 4s, sorry, 2 3s and 4s, the same as the vibration. You have to do all the possibilities in order, otherwise, how can you know? So when you divide 1, 4, and 7, which is the cycles that are run through what I understand how the Pluto cycles work, 1, 4, and 7 become our months. 1, 4, and 7 are 7 cubes. 49, 49, 49, which is 13, 13, 13 is 147. I'm trying to think what else there is. In football, there's 4 quarters, and they're always counting down. When you count down 15 minutes, boom, 120. It is the pole on the moon. The diameter of the moon is 2160. 15 minutes. You're playing the game of pool, 15 balls, 120. When you're playing hockey, that is the ring, because you have 20-minute periods. Counting 1 through 20 on the dartboard gets you the moon 75 in the center, 50 and 25. 20, when you add up 1 to 20, it equals to 210. So instead of having the number 1, I have the number 2. The number 1 is the center, the 2 is on the outside. You put the 3, if you said 3, I would say it's both of them together. If you said 6, you'd be talking about the other side. So I can just say 3 again.
just using the letter R or L. The letter R is 18. That's on the right. The letter L, the letter M is on the left. I think that's what the two of them are. 13 is on the left. So that would be hockey. And then you know right away you're back at the gateway because the intermissions are 15 minutes. You know that the break in basketball, I think, is only 5 minutes. A wrestling, a boxing match is 3 minutes. It's 1 versus 1. 11 creation, 1 versus 1. One fighting the other. One is one. You're fighting your own mind. We're always fighting our own minds. We're always fighting our own minds. The deck of cards, there's actually only 3 cards that are the same that we need to save in the deck, and that's the 2, the 8, and the 9, because the 6 and 7 are inside the 8. The ace is inside the 9. The 5 is inside the 9. The 4 is in every single card but 1, 2, or 3, which is first, second, or third, or first and second, because everything begins with 2. First and second, which is stand, and when you stand on the gateway, 17Q, because in blackjack it says stand on 17. In blackjack, you pay 3 to 2 on a blackjack, or 1.5 times the wager. That's what it calculates. Both wagers calculate to Venus, Earth, and Mars, 1.5. Earth is 1.5 what Venus is, and Mars is 1, 1, and 5, which is what our vibration is. Between, if you say number 15, I'm going to go, great, that's our vibration. And you would say, what? Well, 15 is the bookends. I'll just move them apart, and I'll put what goes in between 2, 3, and 4. And what is the density? You notice the cube is the same side, yet the numbers are different. Means there's more passages to get through, to get over in the same, even though there's 3 areas, somehow maybe we're taking smaller steps to get to the next one. Between 6 and 1, maybe I have to go around the dot inside of it. But 3 and 4 is a direct passage. So the halfway point is actually 0.3. It's 0.333, 3 and 4. It is the way of Pluto. And the reason for that is because it's chopped up into 3s, the cube. 1, 2, 3. 0.33, 0.33, 0.33, which is, again, 1, 4, and 7, the gateway. 1 divided by 3, 4 divided by 3, 7 divided by 3 is 0.333, 1.333, and 2.333. When 4 and 7 come together, it becomes 3.66. 366 days in the year, of the 7 months of 31 days, of the 4 months of 30 days, of the 1 month of 28 days. There are 12 months of 28 days in the year. There are 7 months with 28 plus 3, the cube, and there are 4 months of 28 plus 2. 7 months, did I get that right? 7 months of 3 is 21, the cube, and 4 months of 2 is 8. Maybe it's expression in the heavens. 7 months, right? 7 and 3 are actually the same. 3, 1, 3 when you have all 7, because 7 is stretched out from this side to this side, from this side to this side. And another part of 7 is 4 and 9 is another way of looking at 7. 9 on the other side. What is 1 and 6? 1 is now 9. What is 4 is now 3. They're the reversals on the cube. 1 is the reversal of 6. 5 is the reversal of 2. So, and also, when we count things as 3, the first extension of 3 is 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2, 3. The continuation of that is 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will equal to 3 and 2, 5. Now, they also come together. This is, first of all, this is standard. 3 equations to create standard. The 4th equation takes you back to the beginning, or to a new cycle, or to complete a cycle. Now I forgot what I was thinking. Oh, God. Every time I do a double take. Yeah, I'm a little whacked out here. So let me see this. 11, 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 8, 10, 11, 12, 3. You see, 5, well, divide that. That'll equal to, the reality is that will equal to 5, 5, 2, 2, 1. 5, 5, 2, 2, 1. Wow, that's really cool. Area, space, and creation. The reason I'm looking at this a different way is because 5 divides everything in half. So 5 divides everything in half. That has to equal to 5, 5, 2, 2, 1. Or, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, let me see. 1, 1, 4, 4, 2 divided by 5 equals to 2, 2, 8, 8, 2, 28, 4. Wow, there's a cycle in the 9 lives of the cat. No, but I do it another way. So hold on a second. Because 3 is created by 1 and 1. Fibonacci is the beginning. If Fibonacci is the beginning, don't go any further. Complete the equation. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2. Now the cube comes in. Now you create the cube. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2, you've now flipped the cube over. So your first equation jumped into the cube for me. So now 6 and 5. So I'm going to just show you that creation of what Fibonacci does basically in the star system before we end this video.
So it's basic in the star system. Math is what I like to call it. Is and this 29 is IT. Between 10 and 28. Okay, but it's IT because it's the 20th letter and the 9th letter is what this creates. This creates this, creates this, creates this, creates this. So after that, I just like to continue on. So since we finished here, what would be the next numbers? What this becomes this, but to get that, it took 18 and 11. So you can recreate, and it creates the face of the cube, 1 and 8, 10 and 8. This is the sun. This is 1/3 the sun. Everything has to be multiplied by 3. When you multiply it by 4, the first 18, the second 18. So you have to have a pair. So right away, 2 of them. Your 88 gets you to the gates. It gets you to the beta gates. It gets you to the red sun. 54 and 54. Sun. 2 suns. 2 suns. The gateway in Venus. So the next 18 will take you over to 36. So this is your 2 worlds coming together. And the 6 is the cube. And then your next one, 18, okay, will bring you to 45. And that will bring you to the Fox Pass in the sun. Now it took you basically to your first 3 18s equals to 54, to what took 1, 2, 3, 4 18s to get to 45. This is a Pythagorean count, which brings you down 1 level, and this is a full count. They don't always work out this way. 17, 18, and 19 happen 3 times in the French language. 17, 18, 19 happen 3 times in the French language, equaling to 51, Mars, equaling to 54, the sun, and equaling to 57, the moon. 6, 9, 3. Mars, the sun, and the moon. Mars 6, the sun 9, love in the sun, and the moon is male and female. When you connect these together, 19 and 18, they will connect the center of your 36 numbers. It'll be it'll be 15 numbers, then it'll be 3 numbers, then it'll be 3 numbers, and 15 numbers. What is this? This is Monopoly, by the way. Just so you're going to have this set up over here. Yeah, so that's it. I'm tired. Ask me any questions, and we're going to connect everything. Everything connects. I know it does. Terry MCG Girl understands him. Terry MCG Girl understands him. We're always fighting our own minds. Yes, we are. Yes, number 3, because number 3 is number 11. And what's funny about number 3 being 11 is that in pool, the 3 and 11 go together. We also have to understand our colors. When we mix certain colors, and the colors have numbers. And the original coloring of Rubik's Cube opposites are also going to tell us a story. Yes, it was man-made, but we were made. We were put into this game. This game has been pre-subscribed to us. You know, it's like Fantasy Island in a way. We're just missing some how to survive amongst each other. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. What's underneath here tonight? What about that? Where do you think that comes from? So there's the floor. So you want to take a look at the floor. I'll give you the floor for a minute. Whoop. Let me give you the floor for a minute. Let me see if I can explain this. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm all caught up here. Just one second. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Let's see. Can you see this here? X, Y, XY, XY chromosome. You see the way they turn into each other? 8 joins 2. And this one here joins this one here. And then this one here joins this one here. So it takes 4 of these to have 1, 2, 3 circles. 4 creates 3 circles. So when I was talking about the moon, right, that it takes 4 cubes to create 3 moons, it's the same cycles over here. These are the red in roulette, and these are the blacks. And these are just different ways. I don't know if you can see the alien over here, or here it is, the octagons, which also create a ring. But I'm going to stop. I'm tired. Whoa. Yeah, just give me a second. I'm going to say goodnight. My chair is here. I'm tired. I don't even know where I'm going. I've written down so many things. There's so many equations. I opened up so many books. There's just one equation I did want to bring up. My cat sits on everything. I don't know where the equation is. How many years before the cube turns over on itself? And if I got it correct, I think it's 13 times 12. 13 times 12 equals to
I think it takes 156 moons before it turns over on itself. Anyways, yeah, that's it. I'm tired. I gotta go. Cheers. And there's a couple of equations. I don't know which book they're in. I wanted to do them, because everything links. All the numbers just keep coming back. Just remember, there's two sections of numbers: 10 through 19 and 1 through 9. The combination of 1 through 9 is commonized between 10 and 19, and they're expressed more only in number 7 and in number 9. Did you follow what I'm saying? They combine all the numbers in 1 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 will be put together through 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then through 20s, and then through the 30s, and so on. And when you get into the 60s, at 69 in French, it's over. 69 is the last number in French, because in French, they'll say 60 and add 10. In French, they bring it back at 80. 80 and 60 are different, as so is 70 and 90. It's like these two here and these two here. We're going to leave it go for now. And there's a lot of anomalies that connect everything, especially towards what is Pluto, what is Venus. It's funny. That's where I was lost. That yet Venus is number 81. So is this. But this is a Mercury dot. But it is an area number 5, but it is one dot. And Mars is the unicorn, and Earth is the Taurus. Thank you for watching. Got to end this now.